Chapter 1, Episode 1 to 3. Conversation between Sutji and Shaunakji. Names of the Puranas, narration of shlokas, 28 names of Vedavyas, and the description of the grandeur, magnitude, and venerability of the Bhagavat Purana. We pray to the Devi who resides in all beings as consciousness, who is veritably the beginning and end of all creation, to have compassion and, in her benevolence, to transform our consciousness into collective consciousness. Shaunakji said, O fortunate among men, you have acquired the pure knowledge of the Puranas. O sinless and guiltless one, you were present and absorbing while Muni Vyas composed the 18 Puranas. Satyavati Nandan Vyasji revealed the secrets and connotations of all the Puranas in your presence, and you imbibed all the knowledge. Today, we are receiving the benefits of our punyas because you have blessed us with your visit. This sacred grove gives peace and quiet to the Munis and is outside the jurisdiction of Kali. This gathering is desirous of listening to discourses connected with the Puranas. Please be kind and narrate to us. O Holy One, you are devoid of the threefold heat that comes from having too much knowledge, and also the ravages of age have not touched you. O Bhagwan, please narrate to us those Puranas which have affinity with the Vedas. Those who have the faculty of hearing but do not listen to the Puranas are indeed unfortunate beings. Just as the 6 relishes or tastes quench the tongue, so does the hearing of holy texts quench the sense of the ears. Snakes do not have ears, still they lose control of their senses when sweet notes are played. Therefore, those who have ears but do not listen to the sound of truth should be called as deaf people. O auspicious one, all these Brahmins are sitting in respectful attention. To nourish our knowledge, there are so many wonderful scriptures and they have been present in different ways. Also, they are attributed with qualities. Example, Vedant is Sattvic, Hindu philosophy based on Upanishads. Mimamsa, to become proficient in one of the 6 systems of philosophy by thorough investigation and examination, is called Rajasic. And Nyaya, that is truth, justice and practice, is called Tamasic. Saumya, O auspicious one, you have once said that the Purana also has 3 moods, Sattvic, Rajasic and Tamasic. You have also pronounced Devi Bhagavat as the 5th Purana and as venerable and worshipful as the Vedas. Please be so kind as to tell us in detail about this most blessed and auspicious Bhagavat Purana. O all-knowing one, you have narrated other Puranas to us, but we still thirst for knowledge of Devi Bhagavat just like the gods thirsted for Amrit. Obeisance to this Purana which grants Mukti. We have performed thousands of yagyas for this, but the fruit of a yagya is heaven, and after experiencing heaven, we again have to take a birth on this earth. In this way, we have been going to and fro from birth to rebirth. So please narrate this holy Purana to us so that we may get self-realization and freedom from the cycle of rebirth. Sutji said, This is a most holy and auspicious Purana, and by your asking me its secrets, I am blessed and most fortunate. Now I will start. This Purana contains all the revelations, the unraveling of the mysteries, and description of the Advent. I bow to those lotus feet of Sri Jagadamba which are adorned by Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh and all the Devas and which are meditated upon by yogis seeking Satchidanand. Respected Munis, this is the inexhaustible fount of all knowledge. She who is called in the Upanishads as Vidya, Adya, eternal, Para, transcendent, Sarvagya, omniscient, who successfully breaks the knot of transmigration, who is all-pervading and omnipresent, who cannot be comprehended by the unworthy, and who gives a glimpse of herself to those who meditate on her lotus feet. Be compassionate and benevolent, so that all can benefit from this narration. I meditate on the Trigunatmika Shakti who has created the Sat Asat Swarup, real and illusory Maya worlds, and who preserves it, and at the time of dissolution devours and destroys it and remains alone. The unitary basis of the plurality of the universe. Exponents of the Puranas and Vedas mention Sri Brahma as the sole creator. At the same time, they say that Sri Brahma was born of the Nabhi lotus of Sri Vishnu. Nor can Sri Vishnu be the sole creator as he is supported by the ocean. The ocean cannot be the sole creator as it also requires a base to contain it. The Divine Mother, Devi Bhagavati, is unsupported. She is the support of the universe. She has no basis as she is everything. I prostrate at the lotus feet of that Bhagavati to whom Sri Brahma prayed when Lord Vishnu was in Yoga Nidra and the universe was in Jeopardy. Salutations to the great goddess who is attributeless beyond the three gunas, who grants liberation from the bonds of the birth and death, and who is Maya Swarupini, the supreme creator of illusion and confusion, even to the greatest of gods. Srimad Devi Bhagavat is the greatest and purest of all the Puranas. It contains 18,000 shlokas. It has been written in Sanskrit. Sage Vyas has decorated them into 12 beautiful parts. The entire Purana has 318 chapters. Part 1 has 20, Part 2 has 12, Part 3 30, Part 4 has 25, Part 5 has 35, Part 6 has 31, Part 7 40, Part 8 24, Part 9 has 50, Part 10 has 13, Part 11 has 24, and Part 12 has 14 chapters. She who is Nirguna, attributeless, Sarvavyapi, permeating all, most benevolent mother who can be attained by yoga and who sustains all, who is the fourth dimension, Turiyavastha, the same Bhagavati whose energies are sattvic, rajasic and tamasic, manifests herself in the forms of Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati and Mahakali, which correspond in the human body to the three channels of the autonomous nervous system, Ida, Pingala, Sushumna. Whenever there is disorder or disarray in her creation, she incarnates to correct and protect it. Adi Shakti manifested as Brahma, Vishnu and Rudra to perform the functions of creation, protection and destruction. This act of incarnating is called Pratisarg. The stories of the Sun dynasty, the Moon dynasty and Hiranyakashipu and other demons is called Vansh. Stories of primal man or particular humans and the eras connected with them are called Manvantar. A detailed account of Manu, his lineage and his deeds is known as Vanshanucharit. These 5 characteristic features in the narrations of this Purana. The Mahabharata, consisting of 1.25 lakh stanzas and which is written by Sri Vyasji, also has these 5 characteristics and is a chronicle or a historic account. There are 4 Vedas and the Mahabharata is considered equal to a Veda. Shaunakji prayed, O Surji, please be so kind as to tell us how many Puranas are there and what is the number of shlokas contained in them. Out of fear of Kali Yuga, we are in hiding in this ancient forest under the protection of Sri Brahma's chakra, which he specially created for us. He also told us that we should follow this chakra and the spot on which it falls will be out of bounds for the ravages of Kali Yuga. He also told us to wait there till Satyug manifests. So, all the saints, rishis, munis and holy men have congregated in this most holy and ancient forest where the influence of Kali cannot reach and are waiting for Satyayug to come. It is our good fortune that you have deigned to visit us. We are eager to hear your wise and knowledgeable words. We have no other interests. We have achieved thoughtless awareness, so you can go on narrating for a long time. This Purana contains dharma, interpretations and actions. It is also known as Brahma Vidya. Just by listening to it, one can get moksha. We are thirsting to hear your holy words describing the Leelas of Sri Jagadambika, who has the effect of washing the greatest of sins, and to hear that Purana which is decorated with the description of Sri Bhagavati. Sudji said, "Listen, O Munis. There are 18 Puranas, and the names are Matsya, Markandeya, Bhavishya, Bhagavat, Brahma, Brahmand, Brahma Vaivart, Vaman, Vayu, Vishnu, Varaha, Agni, Narad, Padma, Linga, Garuda, Kurm, and Skanda. The Matsya Puran has 14,000 shlokas, Markandeya Puran has 9,000 shlokas, Bhavishya Puran has 14,500 shlokas, Srimad Bhagavat has 18,000 shlokas, Brahma Puran has 10,000 shlokas, Brahmand Puran has 12,100 shlokas. Vaman Puran has 10,000 shlokas, Vayu Puran has 24,600 shlokas, Vishnu Puran has 23,000 shlokas, Varaha Puran has 24,000 shlokas, Agni Puran has 16,000 shlokas, Narad Puran has 25,000 shlokas, Padma Puran has 55,000 shlokas, Linga Puran has 11,000 shlokas, Garuda Puran has Sri Vishnu as the orator and has 19,000 shlokas, Kurma Puran has 17,000 shlokas, Skanda Puran has 81,000 shlokas. O sinless Munis, I have given you the names of the holy Puranas and the number of shlokas that each one contains. Then there are also 18 minor Puranas. These are Sanat Kumar Purana, Narsingha Purana, Narad Purana, Shiv Purana, Durvasa Purana, Kapil Purana, Manu Purana, Ushana Purana, Varuna Purana, Kalika Purana, Sambha Purana, Varuna Purana, Kalika Purana, Parashar Purana, Aditya Purana, Maheshwar Purana, Bhagavat Purana and Vashishta Purana. After completing the Puranas and the minor Puranas, the most auspicious Vyasji composed the historical epic Mahabharata. In every quarter of every era, Vyasji has established dharmas through the writings of the Puranas. Ved Vyas is Lord Vishnu's Ansh avatar, that is, partial avatar, and for the spiritual benefit of the world, he divides the Vedas into many parts. Even after knowing this, the Brahmins of Kali Yuga must be ignorant and short-lived if they have not recognized Sri Vishnu in the form of Ved Vyas. Women, Shudras and Brahmins who are free from worldly tasks are entitled to listen to the Vedas. For their benevolence the Vedas have manifested. This is now the 28th quarter of the 7th Manvantar era presided over by Vaivaswat Manu. Satyavati Nandan Ved Vyas is my Guru. No one has such a complete knowledge of Dharma. He is the Ved Vyas of this Manvantar. Again in the 29th Manvantar, Drauni will be the Vyas. Up to date, there have been 27 incarnations of Ved Vyas. The Rishis then asked, O Holy One, please give us a description of the Ved Vyasas of every yuga. Sudji replied, in the very first quarter, Sri Brahma divided the Vedas. In the second, Prajapati performed the work of Ved Vyas. In the third, Ujna. In the fourth, Brihaspati. In the fifth, Savita. In the sixth, Mrityudev occupied the seat of Vyasji. In the seventh, Maghava. In the eighth, Vashisht. In the ninth, Saraswat. In the 10th, Trigama, in the 11th, Trivish, in the 12th, Bharadwaj, in the 13th, Antariksh, in the 14th, Dharam, in the 15th, Trayaruni, in the 16th, Dhananjay, in the 17th, Megatithi, 18th, Vrati, in the 19th, Sage Atri, in the 20th, Gautam, and in the 21st, Puriyatma Uttam. Also in the reckoning are Vajashrava Vain, Amushyayan Som, Trin Bindu, Bhargav, Shakti, Jatukarnya and Krishna Dvaipayan. All these constitute the 28 incarnations of Ved Vyas. I had the honor of hearing from Krishna Dvaipayan Vyas the recital of the most auspicious Srimad Devi Bhagavat. This is most holy and capable of destroying the greatest of sins. Every stanza has the essence of the Vedas in it. It fulfills all wishes and grants freedom from bondage. It is held sacred and dear by all seekers. After completing the work, Sri Vyasji first narrated it to his son Sukadev, who was still unborn and unattached, as he considered him most worthy. Munis, I was present there. He gave the discourse and I absorbed all. He was very merciful. It is through his benevolence that the most secret Purana has been revealed. O Munis, Srimad Devi Bhagavat is the ripe fruit of the heavenly Kalpavriksha. To cross the ocean of illusion, one must eat this fruit with awe and respect. The sinner who is entangled and whose ascent has been defiled and ruined, Yoga Brashta Sthiti, if he can somehow get an opportunity, he will definitely attain the lotus feet of Adi Shakti and dwell with the yogis. That Devi who is Nirguna, who gives darshan in meditation, she enters the innermost chambers of her devotee's heart and dwells there. To cross the deep and unfathomable ocean of illusion, this is the safest refuge. He who is born a human being with the faculties of hearing and understanding, and who has opportunities to hear Devi Bhagavat and still does not listen to a reading of it, he is most unfortunate and better off dead. He who spends all his life listening to gossip and parninda, that is backbiting, is most unfortunate and has wasted a lifetime.